Hi, my name is Boris, and in this video I'm about to show you my top 10 absolutely free VST plugin effects, and I'm going to showcase some creative processing tools that Ableton does not have. Well, if you combine these with your stock plugins, you'll really improve your arsenal of mixing tools. There's so many available. But before we get into the video, check out our list on our blog. There's over 100 of these over here, and these are sorted nicely into categories so you can browse through them easily. For every type of effect, we've included as many alternatives as we could have, so you have a really wide selection to choose from. And for this video, narrowing down to a top 10 wasn't easy, but my goal was to also showcase a few plugins that are maybe not as popular, but still very, very useful. For the demonstrations, I'm going to be using our upcoming sample pack. When it's out, the link will be in the description. So the first effect is really simple, but incredibly fun. It's a one-knob multi-effect called Finisher Micro. It combines a lot of effects in a super simple interface. And I'm going to process a very simple piano loop. This is what it sounds like dry. And now I'll dial in some of the Finisher Micro, and I'm going to switch through the presets to show you all the effects that it has. Here is a list of all these effects. It's really simple but incredibly fun. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 2 is Tau Filter 2. It's an LFO tool type of effect, and it has volume and panorama modulation possibilities, as well as a filter module with different filter types. It can be used for sidechain, it can be used for tremolo or transgate effects. It does a little bit of what the autopan effect in Ableton Live does, but it has a lot more functionality because basically you can draw in these curves, and it's really flexible. First of all, I'm going to play the clip dry, and then I'm going to enable this effect to show you what the sidechain sounds like here. And this is a very precise way of doing sidechain ducking. It can be even cleaner than using a compressor. Let's go through some of the presets over here. So there's a lot of possibilities with this little plugin. Okay, effect number 3 is the Chow tape model. It's a digital emulation of a reel-to-reel analog tape machine. It was developed at Karma, which is part of Stanford University, and this basically functions for me as an RC20 alternative, which is a very popular effect. It can add analog tape saturation as well as wobble, and basically can make sound anything lo-fi. So let's quickly listen to this clip dry, and then I'll turn it on, and you'll immediately hear the difference. There's a lot of very handy controls over here. You can manually dial in the saturation, flatter and wild effects, as well as you have a very handy dry wet knob over here. And there's a bunch of really useful presets over here. I don't see a lot of people using this plugin, but for me it sounds really good. Effect number 4 is the Varispeed delay. So this is an emulation of a specific model of a tape echo machine. So it's great for adding delay with a very vintage character. So first let's hear the clip dry and then I'll enable it. You can hear that the delay is not very clean. It's always has a little bit of saturation and it's not perfect, but for some sounds it's exactly what you need. Okay, effect number 5 is the Polyverse wider effect. This little very handy plugin can be used to stereoize any sound you put through it, and it's something that is hard to achieve with only Ableton Live stock plugins. This little effect can create pseudo stereo without any phase issues, and the signal is completely mono compatible. So it's great at making any sound stereo without sacrificing the mono output. Let's quickly go from 0 to 100 over here. And you can go even further. This is a really handy tool, and now let's enable this utility which sums our signal up to mono. So as you can hear, it's still mono compatible. Okay, so the next plugin is Halftime. It's a very popular effect. It's a paid plugin, but the demo version is completely usable if you're using only one instance. Okay, so Halftime stretches your audio, pitches it down to give it this incredible character, and then can chop it up as you specify over here. So let's just enable it. First, let's listen to the And here you can also use this very handy filtering section where you can mix in a little bit of the original signal with it. Achieving something like this in a DAW is of course possible, but with this plugin it's way faster. Okay, so the next tool I'm about to show you is Paul's Extreme Sound Stretch. It's a program for stretching the audio, and now it comes also as a VST. And basically it can stretch your audio to extreme measures like 1000 times or so. So it's great for making pads and drones, and you can apply special effects to it. So here's the sample that I'm going to be processing. The only thing you need to do is just drop your sample over here, just drag and drop it. And with the stretch amount control, you control how much you want to stretch the sample. So let's start from something like 1. And here you can see the output length. Let's go to extreme measures with it. And you can mess around with all these controls to give it additional character. It's a really great and creative way of creating pads and textures. Okay, plugin number 8 is a chorus effect called Multiply. It's a free and versatile chorus effect with a unique twist because each simulated voice is processed with a phase randomizing filter. So in this way, it avoids these unpleasant comb filters, which sometimes happen with other chorus plugins. It has up to 6 voices over here and can be used to widen the stereo image of any sound. So let's play this piano loop over here, and I'll turn it off and then I'll enable it. Okay, so plugin number 9 is Saturation Knob from Softube. This is also a very simple plugin, but it sounds really great. So it has 3 modes, 3 kinds of distortion character. It's great for flattening up drums and bass, adding harmonics to vocals, and so on. Okay, so I have a percussion loop over here, and I'm going to dial in some of the saturation. really like it because it doesn't raise the volume of your track as much, and it can give anything a lot more character. Okay, so the last plugin I'm about to be presenting to you is this Fresh Air plugin from Slate Digital, and it's a dynamic high frequency processor. Basically, it gives you smoother high end without the harshness. It's great on vocals, but it can be used on anything. Here I'm going to be processing a pad sort of loop. Okay, so I'll start dialing it in and you'll immediately hear the difference. It is also very simple, but it's great for adding this airy quality to any signal you're using. Okay, these are the 10 effects for today. Thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you found something useful. Head over to our blog for more VST effects. We also have a video on the top 7 free contact libraries. Check this one out. If you're interested in learning Ableton, feel free to check out our beginners courses. If you like this video, hit the like button, make us know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I will see you in the next videos.